You're running. Not jogging, not sprinting because you're late for something. Running for your life. The ground is shaking. Behind you, something massive is closing the gap. Fast. Too fast. And the worst part, it has no interest in stopping. Act 1. Meet the nightmare. Let's go back, way back, somewhere between 62 million and 2 million years ago. After the non-avian dinosaurs were wiped out, the world had a vacancy. For tens of millions of years, these birds, and here's the Phorusrhacidae, better known by the name they absolutely deserve, terror birds, over 10 feet tall, sprinting as fast as a horse, and armed with a bone-crunching beak nearly half a meter long. For millions of years, they were the undisputed nightmares of South America. These were not your backyard sparrows. These were flightless predatory birds that stood anywhere from 3 to 10 feet tall, the biggest species rivaling a modern-day NBA player in height and tipping the scales at 300 pounds. All muscle, all fury, all beak, built to chase down anything on the plains and end it in a single strike. That beak, by the way, deserves its own moment. It was enormous, hooked, built like an axe head fused with a meat hook. Scientists believe terror birds used it to deliver devastating downward strikes, cleaving flesh, shattering bone, and finishing a hunt in a heartbeat. One blow was all it took. One swing, lights out. They ruled South America for tens of millions of years, apex predators in a land without big cats or wolves. A continent was theirs to command. No real competition. No natural enemies worth mentioning. Just open grasslands, prey animals, and pure, unapologetic dominance. Here, they reigned without fear.
So how did they actually hunt? This is where things get deeply uncomfortable. Terror birds were built for pursuit. Their legs were long, muscular, and optimized for speed. Estimates based on bone structure suggest some species could hit 30 to 40 miles per hour in a sprint. That was fast enough to outrun most prey on the ancient South American plains. For comparison, even the fastest humans ever recorded barely cracked 27 miles per hour. Against a predator built for the chase, they wouldn't stand a chance. On the ancient plains, this speed made terror birds unstoppable pursuers. They didn't know about birds per commitment that lose this race badly. And unlike a cheetah that burns out quickly, terror birds had endurance. They're not longer. You didn't outrun a terror bird. You didn't outlast one. Once they closed the gap, scientists believe they used their powerful legs to kick and pin prey. Then finished the job with that devastating beak. Precision strikes to the skull or spine. Efficient, brutal, overfast. Some researchers also believe they swallowed smaller prey whole, just down the hatch. Yeah.
Next time a pigeon stares at you a little too long, just remember what its cousins used to be capable of.
Damien. Now, here's what makes this even more fascinating and more unsettling. For millions of years, the animals of South America evolved alongside terror birds. A species developed in a world where this was simply the reality. You woke up, you grazed, you hoped today wasn't the day a 10-foot bird decided it was your turn. For many, it would be. The terror birds weren't some brief flash-in-the-pan predator. They were a geologic era's worth of nightmare. Entire lineages of prey animals rose and fell while these birds kept refining the art of the chase. Species split, adapted, and replaced one another. Yet for over 60 million, there were multiple species, some barely 3 feet tall, others only a little bigger than modern raptors, and then there were the giants. Kelenken carried the largest skull of any bird ever discovered, more than 28 inches from base to tip. A head built like a battle axe atop a predator that could stand 10 10-foot. And here's where it gets really wild. About 3 million years ago, North and South America finally connected. Terror birds crossed the new land bridge and stormed into the north. For a time, these giant predators ruled the grasslands alongside horses and camels. With speed, power, and that unforgiving beak, they could bring down prey their own size. But their reign wouldn't last forever. As new predators arrived and climates shifted, the terror birds vanished, leaving only their bones to tell us. Then came the Great American Biotic Interchange. Suddenly, big predatory mammals from the north came flooding in. Jaguars, saber-toothed cats, giant bears. They reshaped the balance of power on these plains. Fossils have been uncovered in Florida's wetlands and in the arid badlands of Texas. The terror birds weren't fleeing the competition. They were expanding into it. And for a while, the northern plains echoed with the thunder of their steps.
Eventually, they did disappear. The last terror birds went extinct around 2 million years ago, though some estimates push that closer to 1.8. As to why, the honest answer is we're not entirely sure. The leading theories point to climate shifts and competition. As South America's ecosystems changed and new predators moved in, the terror birds lost the edge they'd held for millions of years. Step by step, season by season, the niche the terror birds had ruled for ages was narrowing. Some tried to adapt, others vanished. In the end, the world kept moving without them. All we can do is listen to the echoes they left behind. An animal that dominated a continent for 60 million years, edged out in what is, geologically speaking, barely a blink. That's usually how extinction works. Rarely one dramatic blow, just shifts, competition, a cooling here, a drought there. More often, a slow tightening of circumstances, until there's just no room left. Though, to be fair, the terror bird's run is longer than anything humans have managed so far. By a lot.
Say hello to Dunkleosteus, Devonian armor-plated nightmare and one of the first true apex predators. Those jaw plates can bite with 6,000 newtons of force and slam shut in just hundredths of a second. At over 10 meters long, it could swallow you faster than you could scream, but it ruled the seas long before sharks took over.